Hey, good afternoon or morning or good evening, whatever time it may be when you're sharing this space and place. My name is Marc Christmas. I am a Reiki master, healer, certified Reiki master, teacher. And why is that important, right? Because I want to talk to you today about what is Reiki. And this will give you a little bit of my credentials and lineage. So Reiki was reintroduced to the U.S. By Dr. Mikhail Usai. He then trained two other people, one of which was Mrs. Takata, who brought Reiki then to the Western Hemisphere in around 1937. She then trained 22 other people, one of which trained my teacher, initial teacher, which was Reverend Dr. Andy Lawrence. So I'm about four lineage per steps away from what's known as the father of Reiki as we know it today. So anyway, I give that back to you because I want to talk to you about what is Reiki. You know, when I mention to people that I'm a Reiki master, I'm a Reiki healer, they ask, what is that? Or they have a look of never heard of it before, or just confusion, and some have some awareness but not really sure. And so I just want to take a couple minutes and walk you through it. So, but before we jump into that, I want to tell you about a little bit about the history of Reiki, right? The history of Reiki. So back in the early 1800s, so around the mid 1800s really, there was a man, a monk, Buddhist monk, Dr. Mikhail Usai. And his students were saying, hey, Doc, how is it that Jesus was able to heal people with the laying of hands? And that question set him off on a quest to go find out more about this laying of hands and how they was used to heal people. And he finally came back after several years of traveling, and he came back and reintroduced to us what we know now as Reiki. And he went to share his teachings with some of his students individually. And in about 1937, well, actually it was a little bit before that, about mid-1930s, a young lady came over from Hawaii of Japanese descent. Her name was Takata. Mrs. Takata, and she needed to have a procedure, a medical procedure. And while she was there, she had heard about this thing called Reiki. And so she went to the clinic and she got some treatments and her situation was remediated. And she became so excited about what had happened with her that she wanted to learn more. And she was able to become a student of the person who had the clinic in Japan. And she's the one who was responsible for bringing Reiki to the West. And so 1937, she brought it to Hawaii. And began teaching and opened a clinic of her own and began teaching Reiki over the next 40 years. What we call the 22 Reiki master teachers, like myself, right? And then from those 22 Reiki master teachers, that's how really in the West that Reiki was spread as, in terms of what it is, how to do it, and people were really understanding and receiving the interaction with it that they do today. And so grateful for Usai, but even before Usai, grateful for the ancient ages of healers like Jesus, who started this thing way back when, and for it to be passed down to a person like myself to be able to share it today with you. And so that's a little bit about the history of Reiki. Now, and some people say, well, what is it? Tell me a little bit more. What is Reiki, right? You told me a little bit about the history, but what is it? And so it's an ancient healing art. It's a technique that's used to catalyze a deep sense of relaxation. And when we say deep sense of relaxation, why is that important? It's important because in this deep relaxation, your body is able to achieve what we call homeostasis. And that's a scientific term, which says it's the ultimate state of being, of health, right? And so in this deep relaxation, your body can then evoke the healing, because as the creature that you're created to be, you're already created to heal yourself, right? But there's usually something in the way that's blocking that healing energy from flowing through you. And so the deep sense of relaxation allows that blockage to be removed so that healing energy can flow through into the areas that may be distressed, discomforted, or diseased, right? And so Reiki, I'll just break the word down for you. Rei, which means spiritual or sacred, right? And Ki, which means energy. So you have a sacred energy, right? Which some people call a universal energy. Really is what Reiki means, right? And it is the ability to use this energy to support yourself in healing. So I think that's important, so that you also know that, I'm not pretending to be a medical doctor. This is not in substitution of your physician. And you should always consult your medical doctor with anything medically related, right? And this is actually a way to support your wellness, right? To support your wellness. And the reason we say support your wellness is because it's been used all over the world in different forms. There's many hospitals that use it. They have Reiki treatments for cancer patients, right? Because it helps to relieve some of the discomfort and distress from the chemotherapy treatments and some of the therapies that they're going through as it relates to the cancer. It's used in pre and post surgical situations because it's known to evoke this deep sense of relaxation to help people before they go into the surgeries, as well as when they come out, to support with the body flushing through the anesthesias and the other things that are happening as a result that need to happen to support the healing. So it's been used in conjunction with science and medicine to support your wellness. And people also individually go to Reiki clinics, or people come to their homes. Like, I've gone to people's homes, or they've come to see me in a practice. I've done Reiki in a park. I've done Reiki with people at a festival. So really it can be done anywhere, in any place. As long as the person is open to receive it, and they're willing to allow the energy to flow through them. So how does it work? Right, so just real simply, how it works is generally you would lay on a massage table, or you could be sitting in a chair, much like I am, as long as you're relaxed. And the Reiki person that's administering the Reiki, like myself, a Reiki master, would gently lay my hands on you or above you in a series of positions across your body, to identify where the blockages are, and also to seal energy to address and remove those blockages, to help you to catalyze a really deep sense of relaxation. And in doing so, it supports your healing. Now, some of the benefits that people have claimed that they've gotten from Reiki are things like reduced stress, like amazing sleep, weight loss, relaxation, decreased anxiety and worry, reduced inflammation, reduced pain, and just a total sense of balance, right? Alleviating mood swings. And so in a sense, just in a nutshell, to wrap it up, Reiki can be used to distress, dis-ease, discomfort situations which are caused by stress, to create relaxation that alleviates that stress and creates a sense so that the body emotionally, spiritually, and physically can come into balance in what we call the homeostasis, right? Now, I'll be bringing some more videos, a series of videos around Reiki, what a practice session would look like, what how to do a self Reiki session for yourself. And I'll also be offering some online courses around Reiki attunements, right? And the other thing is, Reiki actually doesn't have to be done in person, right? Reiki can be done over distances, and I've worked with hundreds of people, hundreds of clients over the years. I've been practicing Reiki since the early 2000s. And so I'm positive of what its abilities are. And I think if you try it, you'll find out what its abilities are for you as well. I can be reached in direct messaging on Facebook or Instagram, Marc, M.A.R.C. Christmas. If it's on Instagram, it's M.A.R.C., the number 4RL, Marc for Real, at Marc for Real. I'd love to be in touch with you. info@christmasjewel.com. Any of those places, in the comments that you see this video, any of those places are good places to connect with me if you have questions. I'd love to entertain your questions and get back to you and provide some more information. Thank you and have a great day.